Is it possible for a human to follow and envision and therefore, as a result, reach their dream? As humans, we might be a little bit too capable or incompetent in some areas of our lives. We may think about accomplishing things, accomplishing success, and we actually can accomplish, but we might not accomplish all the success that we are aiming. It might be very hard for a person to accomplish all the things that is in his or her mind, but it also can be possible to accomplish most of the things in his or her mind. It might be easier or it might be harder depending on how we view the situation. Let's say a person, a kindergarten, a child is aiming to become an astronaut or striving to be a doctor, striving to be a lawyer, etc., or wants to become a pilot. These are all possible deeds. These are all possible indeed. In order to accomplish those things, one must study and discipline. But both of them might not be enough. The most important thing is the mindset. It's like we search, we look for the things, and if they're right, if we are looking close enough, and if we will it to be, it will be there, and we will somehow be able to reach our goals and fulfill our potential. But let's say one person, etc., for example, they don't believe in themselves, he or she doesn't believe in himself slash herself, it most likely will not be possible to reach their dreams. Because I like this philosopher, his name is Arthur Schopenhauer. He's a German philosopher, and for some reason he's named the German Buddha. He's that good about philosophy, and I think people have underestimated him for so long. He's kind of a deal breaker. He says, the world is my idea. It means that, let's say, all of the humans, we do have some frame looking outwards to the world. We all have a point of view, and our frame can become reality if we insist enough, if we try hard enough, and if we struggle enough, if we believe enough, it can become reality. I think there is one thing that beats the hard work, and that's believing in yourself. So he says, let's think about it simple, okay? I wish to collect $2,000 by the end of the month. This is your mindset. If this is your mindset, you will be looking for the ways to collect that amount of money by the end of the month. Like, how can I get that? By Ubering people, by perhaps Amazon, by perhaps translation, and by perhaps serving food, etc. If mindset is fixated on one thing, most likely he will or she will get it. It is actually easier than we think it is. It might look tougher, but it actually is not. It is actually easier. It's very easy actually. It's very, very easy, and accomplishing these kind of goals is very easy. Easier than we think it is. Definitely easier than we think it is. So let's say a child or an adolescent is fixated on medical school, right? He or she will be studying a lot in order to not to fail on SATs and not fail on interviews for the medical school. And if they are fixated enough, if they believe it enough, they will find ways in order to get to that point. It will be easier than a person who doesn't believe in himself or herself. It's actually not that hard. I was a child when I had to decide what I wanted to become in the future. And then I went to high school. At high school, we had some professions prepared for us. And by the end of the high school, actually by not the end, by 1 or 2 years earlier of high school, I was clear in my mind that I wanted to go to the med school and I wanted to become a doctor. So my mind was fixated on this, and I had this Dutch girlfriend. Actually, she was my first girlfriend, and she was kind of a person that enjoyed helping others. She was 17, I think, and I was 17. Perhaps I was 16, I don't exactly remember. But she always visited elderly and shared some cool moments with elder people, and she had some kind of compassion about her. She was very compassionate towards other people. So I think she did inspire me in order to go to med school, because I want to help others as she helped many other people. So I wasn't actually a hardworking student. My grades weren't that great, and I think my high school was nice, but I was at 0.33 percentile. It wasn't really good, but I did prepare for the exams before we get to the med school, and I prepared it for them well. So I was able to accomplish, and I was at 1 percentile, perhaps a little bit higher, like 0.7 percentile. Therefore, I was able to enter med school. So my journey did start there. So the thing I'm saying, I wasn't a hardworking person, but my mind was fixated on something. Perhaps that is the reason I had a girlfriend which was compassionate at that times, because my mind actually needed that in order someone to inspire me for med school. So she was perfect for me. She was compassionate. She didn't actually care much about money, and she just wanted to help people. I remember one time her saying to me, I don't think I will become so rich, I will be so rich, but it doesn't really matter to me as long as I can help these elder people. She told me some stories, like she did order some beer for them and they had funny moments, and she was ordering food for them, like visiting them and listening to their stories. She was a nice person, really. She was a nice person, and she did really inspire me to become a better man. So I think because I needed this kind of inspiration, I did like her. I actually fell in love with her. Perhaps the mindset made me fall in love with her. If I did not want to get into med school, perhaps I wouldn't fall in love with her. So I needed an inspiration. That's what I'm saying. If we are fixated on something, our minds will literally find ways in order to get to that point. For me, that was my love, my perhaps childhood or adolescent crush for me, and she was interested, luckily, in me either. So we had a cool, nice relationship with her that ended in the end game. I was at med school. And the thing I'm saying, I think the Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos have one thing in common. They actually had a burning passion and desire for the thing they truly wanted in the life. So they actually cared about it more than the money. Therefore, whilst accomplishing their goal, the money also came to them. But money is secondary, perhaps tertiary for them. The goals, the aim is more important for them. They had a burning desire in them, and that is the very reason they were very successful. And if as humans we can fixate our mind on something and have a burning desire for that, we will be able to accomplish that, and many, many, many beautiful things will happen to us in our lives. Like we might get rich, even if we don't aim to be rich. We might get a wide social circle. We might get popularity, fame. All because we are following our passions in the world. Following the passions and breaking the circle that is predetermined for us by our society, can be very, very difficult and scary actually. But once we start breaking through, we will be able to accomplish what we truly want in our lives. It won't be scary anymore. Life will be an adventure. We'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy the adventure. It will be joyous and it will be nice. So the adventure, the destination, and the road is joyous, adventurous. We are having fun towards the destination. We are making money. We are becoming more famous. It's actually amazing. It's like the universe is telling, go for what you truly want. Don't worry about the other things. I will lend them to you if you follow your heart. So I think it's very important to follow the heart and follow the passions. Every other thing, every human need will come to us whether we ask for them or not. So let's just aim for our passions, not for money. Money is a very important topic, but it's secondary to our deepest desires. Our deepest desires will actually pull money towards us. Money will lead to us. We will earn money, perhaps without even asking, because we are doing the thing, perhaps we do the best. We are doing the thing which our DNA is telling us to do. Just do this. Just do this, our DNA says. Just do this and the world will be yours. So let's follow our passions, let's follow our dreams, and the world will be ours.